In the society we live in today, it can be explained that the decisions we make are based on how society will react to them. Society is based on the decisions that people in past and current generations have made. But how exactly does culture and society in which we live in shape our decisions? In most cases, our decisions are based on what society says is acceptable, and society affects our decisions based on what is a social norm. For example, in the literary text The Lottery by Shirley Jackson, society has been taught that the lottery is what keeps them together, despite it being morally wrong. The people in the story are told that in order to maintain society, they will have a random drawing of names every year, and whoever gets the black spot on their card is the winner. Unfortunately for the winner, that means they'll be pelted with rocks until they are killed. Mr. Adams, who is a villager, states that they do say over in the North Village they're thinking about giving up the lottery. Mr. Adams says this because the lottery is all he knows, and society has taught him that this is socially acceptable. For the characters in the lottery, they have determined that the lottery is acceptable, and because of it, it shapes the decisions that they make. The same can be seen in the book The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Throughout the whole book, Gatsby is known for hosting crazy parties with hundreds of people, and it seems that early on, people really know Gatsby well and are close friends with him. When Gatsby's funeral is held, it can be concluded that this is far from the truth. The text reads, first a motor hearse, horribly black and wet, then Mr. Gats and the minister and I in the limousine, and a little later 4 or 5 servants and the postman from West Egg. In Gatsby's station wagon, all wet to the skin. From this, it can be observed that the people did not really know Gatsby well, due to the small number of people that attended his funeral, but more or less, they just attended his parties. Because in their society, it is normal to just tag along to someone that was rich. This point can further be proven in the TEDx video by Paul Piff, Does Money Make You Mean? In this video, Piff shows multiple studies about why people act the way they do in their society, and one example was a rigged game of Monopoly where a random person was given a large edge over another, and it was nearly guaranteed for that player to win. They recorded observations of what occurred during the game.
As the game unfolded, we saw very notable differences and dramatic differences begin to emerge between the two players. The rich player started to move around the board louder, literally smacking the board with their piece as he went around. We were more likely to see signs of dominance and nonverbal signs of displays of power and celebration among the rich players.
It can be concluded that the reason the player does this is because they have been taught by society that this is socially acceptable through rewarding them and making them feel like a winner, and among the winners, this has become a social norm. The reason that people react to society in the way that they do can be further explained by Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Tipping Point. Gladwell suggests that if a window is broken and left unrepaired, people walking by will conclude that no one cares and no one is in charge. Soon, more windows will be broken, and the sense of anarchy will spread from the building to the street on which it faces, sending a signal that anything goes. Gladwell is suggesting that people react to their environment and their society, and also this can be interpreted that people will treat their society how it is treated by others, which is considered a social norm. Despite the fact that many of these books and articles are very different, we can see one similar characteristic between them. People react to their environment based on what society says is okay and what is a social norm. Whether people are tagging along to what other people are doing or doing what they are told because they have been told to do it by society, it is very evident that this is a common theme among these books.